Hey, welcome back to Poke Suit Channel and the Guitar Letter System. It's raining in Huntington Beach today. We need the rain. And, I figure good day to do videos. This is my third video. What the hell? I hope you guys appreciate it. And hey, if you ever want to donate to my channel, I spend a lot of time. I don't make hardly any money from my YouTube channel. If you ever want to donate, even just $5, $10, whatever, please do. I'd appreciate it. Buy me a lunch once in a while for all this great information. Just PayPal it to stevezook7@yahoo.com. That's STEVEZOOK 7, the number, not spelled out, at yahoo.com. stevezook7@yahoo.com. It'd be greatly appreciated, music is a labor of love to me. I probably would have made a lot more money and been a lot more successful if I would have done something else. But, I love music. To be honest about it, I wanted to see how far I could take my guitar playing and composing. You can read the review of my CD if you go to vintageguitar.com, put in Steve Zook in the search. If you want to hear some of my original compositions, go to Steve Zook 1 and then dot, not D-O-T, but a dot. Steve Zook, the number 1, not spelled out 1. stevezook1.bandcamp.com. Listen to some of my music that I did with co-producer Ian Keane, and there's a song on there I did with Darren Vegas, who produced Tupac. On that lick, you want to stall here, right there, try to stall. I think what I'll talk about now for a little bit, this is my third video today, and after that I'm probably not going to do any more today, is I'm going to talk about inside and outside playing and melody. So let's say I'm playing kind of around a major 7 tonality. I could use notes from the major scale and do a nice little melody. But what I want to talk about a little bit is inside and outside playing, because so much playing is, of course, an outside playing. Good example would be somebody like John Schofield. He has a nice way. Mike Stern. The trick is to have a little bit of both, so that you kind of get the listener a little bit, take them somewhere else, and then come back to where it's familiar ground again. Good example would be like a diminished lick, like. So that's a lick that I think is an old Charlie Parker riff, actually. But that's a good example of an outside. Of course, it could be used over the diminished chord. I like the way Burley LeGrin does it. He doubles it. Obviously works real nice with the diminished, right? You can do diminished sequences, and now you can take this lick and you can chromatize it. You kind of take the shape and repeat it without worrying about the tonality so much, It's good to practice, licks that aren't just based on a major and minor scale, and just, try all kinds of things just to get to know the color of that idea and then play with it. Like when I came up with this lick. Now, I didn't just do that lick off I had to kind of think a little bit about it. So sometimes, some people like to sing along, but, another idea of an outside lick would be something like this. now I'm not playing that real musical because I'm trying to play it slow just so you hear it. So I was using a diminished arpeggio, right? Kind of chromaticizing it a little bit. Little augmented seventh splash. So you want to make, and then you also want to, on the other side, make an effort to do creative, licks that are kind of inside. Like if I kind of, to me, this is kind of in a demiola, style. You want to work at being creative around inside ideas. Like say if I'm doing like something like this, perfect fifths. But to me, that kind of reminds me a little bit of an Eric Johnson style. He's real good at putting single notes together in creative ways, and doing his. Doing his extended triads and whatnot, but I like doing things like this where you're like perfect fifth. A little bit of old Steve Howe idea, right? You can take the demiola approach. Demiola is not the most outside player, although on acoustic I've heard him do some pretty cool stuff, and I happen to prefer his acoustic playing a lot. I think he's got one of the best right hands in the business. He's the person you want to look to when you're gauging how good you're getting on your right hand. But anyway, creating inside ideas by putting triads together. Coming back to a note like that. I think one of the points I want to make is just don't be a lazy guitar player. If you're a lazy guitar player, you keep playing the same old shit all the time, and you just keep telling yourself how great you are, when maybe you're not as great as you think, I'm not trying to be negative, trying to help you guys grow. So you always, I'm 67, I practice every freaking day. And I'm always trying to learn new things. That's the whole idea, And when you get that mindset, that's when you'll start waking up the composer within and come up with some cool stuff, I love this chord, the 13 flat 5, 13 flat 9. By the way, earlier in a video I was talking about a 1-6-2-5 in E, and I meant to say a flat 5 of the 6 chord, not a flat 5 of the 2 chord. So if you caught that mistake and you're going to send me an email and tell me I'm a dumbass, then you don't need to. Well, most emails are cool. Every once in a while, though, somebody sends me an email. I just can't believe, I don't know, some people out there, whatever, it's a reflection of their lack of self-esteem, Here's a good lick of it off the diminished arpeggio, and then the augmented splash. But anyway, you want to work on inside things like nice. Off major scales, minor scales, pentatonic, whatever. But I think this diminished riff is one of the best ideas I can think of a outside diminished lick. And then you can So it's kind of, and then like I said, you can chromaticize it. And then of course building melodies, like simple things. I think I'm getting tired. So yeah, you always want to be working on inside and outside playing, and when you're doing your outside playing, in fact, I've had this rap with Alan Holsworth on the phone before. At some point, it just flip-flops back and forth. But think about outside playing, resolve to inside playing. One way to look at it, you know, and also working in inversions. Some inversions are higher tension than others, like root position major 7, first inversion with a third in the bass. That's a great. You take a second inversion major 7 with the fifth in the bass. That's a higher tension chord, right? It's got a little, it kind of wants to resolve, so you resolve it. A lot of becoming a better musician is experimenting, and everything you play doesn't have to sound great, and that's how you come up with a lot of cool stuff. Don't be afraid to do something, that sounds a little off, but you'll find things that work, and you just want to always be building your ear. But I just wanted to share, this is my last, I think 3 videos in a day is enough. Old Charlie Parker riff. And then maybe go somewhere else. Try to see where you can go with that stuff, okay? All right. Well, this is a short video, but like I said, it's raining today, so my famous waterfall lick's a good one too. Let me do that. Yeah, like I said, the new thing, I'm not going to send out a bunch of free samples anymore. I end up spending a lot. It's not that I don't mind giving, but it just hasn't paid off, and I've got a lot going on. I've got overhead, so if you want a couple studies, 2 or 3, $14.99. PayPal to stevezook7@yahoo.com. STEVEZOOK, the number 7, not spelled at yahoo.com. I'll send 3 to you. That's a deal. I get $100 an hour for private lessons. Here's my famous waterfall. I should be a little more warmed up for that one. I'm doing it real slow. If you want to send me $14.99, I'll send you study 1, 2, and the one I just did, which is 77, which is a great one. Starts with the 3-octave major 7 arpeggio. Then it comes down some arpeggio. I like that part. Flat 9 lick. Comes down diminished. Alright guys, okay, 3 videos in one day, I think that's enough. If you want to donate a little something to my channel, God, I'd love it, man. Steve Zook 7@yahoo.com is my PayPal. Send me $5, $10, $100, 10,000, whatever you want to do. Steve, STEVEZOOK, the number 7 at yahoo.com. I don't make much on my YouTube channel. And my whole music thing is a labor of love anyway. But anyway, and if you're interested in the 3 samples for $14.99, it's a really killer deal. You can email me at Steve. Don't just message me off YouTube. It's not a very good communication system. Just send me an email, stevezook7 at yahoo.com, and I can send you over a little PayPal invoice, or just PayPal it to me. stevezook7 at yahoo.com. That's STEVEZOOK, the number 7, that's without at yahoo.com. One more time on that lick, maybe a little closer. It's a really good one. Alright folks, take care. 3 videos in a day. I think I should get a brownie button. I don't know what else to say except for the universe is perfect by design. Just focus on the big picture of the entire universe, and be yourself, and you'll be more on. Be yourself and be positive. You'll be more on purpose with the perfection of the universe. Ciao.